Welcome back. So, today starts the New Year 2025 sale. This is going to be running from today, December 19th, until January 2nd. So, 50% off discount on all premium squads except for the ones added with Guerrilla Warfare and Tigers of Burma, so the last two. It's pretty normal. There's also a 50% discount on premium account for 180 days. This is the biggest bang for your buck that you can get. So if you're only going to invest in one thing, definitely get the premium account. It's going to get you more squad slots, more XP. More XP means more silver. Generally speaking, it's just an all around benefit to every nation at every BR and everything that you might do in the game. Also, it's worth noting that there are several squads that are going away after this. The LVT A1, the M8 Greyhound, the Achilles, the Kachi, and the HT 130. Also, there are some rarer squads that are available that normally aren't. So that's going to be the Riflemen with the Berthier. These are the Moroccans. They have probably the best looking uniforms in the game. I believe they're BR1. I've had them since Tunisia. Um, I don't really like recommending Rifleman squads, but they're really cool just because they're really unique. They also come with a cool little knife. I mean, you'll probably never use it, but it's neat. And they also have the Berthier M16 carbine. So I don't think that there's anywhere else in the game to get access to those because we haven't gotten like a big French update yet. So maybe one day, but for the moment they're completely unique. Moving on from there, there's the machine gunners with the Shaosha at BR2 for the USSR. Um, they're unique. I have them. I would not recommend them unless you really, really want to use Shaoshas. Like, to be 100% honest, they embody the idea that BR1 light machine guns should be a thing. Um, Let me put it this way. There are semi-automatic rifles that shoot faster than those machine guns do. They're really cool. They're really unique because it's the only way in the game that I know of to get a Shaosha. And I do use them from time to time. And they did benefit from this most recent update because now you can put the extra AT soldier in there because they're a machine gun squad. I just don't think I can recommend them unless, you're a collector or you just want something different. And if you want something different, I would say go for the Moroccans over them because at the end of the day, I think the Moroccans are a lot more interesting. Finally, there's the medics with the Orita. This is another squad that I can't recommend. Unfortunately, medic squads did not receive the benefits of the most recent update, so no AT soldier for them. So they're a four-man squad. I believe it's the same as the Soviet females. So you have one engineer and three medics, and they get the Orita, which, from what I've seen of it, it seems like a fine gun. I don't have them. I don't plan on getting them. But, I don't know. They do have a 50% discount. Maybe I'll pick them up. I just don't see myself ever using them, which is why I've never gotten them in the past. Moving on from there, in game, I kind of skipped over this before. You can get additional squad slots for 30% off, so this is another big one that's going to be worth looking at. And then there's a 50% discount on everything for gold, or all the squads for gold, except for the recently returned riders and stuff from the last two updates. You get the idea. So, let's look at the store page. As you can see, there is much and more on sale. Nothing new on sale, nothing new on sale, but all of the older things are. Um, as for things that stand out, obviously there's the half tracks. I would always recommend looking at the half tracks. In game, I would recommend if you play the Soviets to look at the Soviet paratroopers. The the other squads, it's basically the same as any previous sale if you've seen any of my other videos. You usually can't go wrong with higher BR vehicles, so like the Airstats M10, it's basically a Panther. Um, The Calliope is interesting. It says tier 5 here, but actually if we tab into the game and look at America, it is rank 5, but it is BR4. So this actually, if you're going to play strictly a BR4 lineup, can be a very powerful tank. Now, obviously it's a little bit outclassed now because there's the M26 T99. If you were thinking about getting a rocket tank, if you want to spend money now, the Calliope's a good option. However, if you just wait a few updates for the next sale, the T99 will be on sale whenever that comes around, and you can potentially pick up that one, and that might give you a little bit more bang for your buck. Likewise, the Achilles is available at BR4. It is, I believe, going away after this sale. I'm pretty sure I read that in the previous tab. These guys actually seem interesting. So this is the American Rocket Artillery Squad, which I didn't know until the last sale. So you get these G30Rs. They're BR4. They're semi-automatic rifles. They have a detachable 20-round magazine. So all in all, it's a pretty decent weapon. But the squad composition itself should be... Actually, here, let's just go in, and I can show you. It should be a radio operator and some engineers. But the fun thing here, well, it'll take 30 seconds. The fun thing here is that they can call in rocket artillery. So where the Soviets got the SVD-30 and the Germans got the Walther squad, between the two of those, by the way, I really wouldn't recommend the Walther squad. They just don't seem like they deliver anything different. The SVD-30s are alright. They do decently well as DMRs. I just wouldn't count on them as snipers, but they are scoped rifles at BR2, which is kind of nice. But as I was saying, for these guys, you only get one radio operator, but you can call in your rocket strikes, which is unique. In some regard, I think that that's potentially better because you get depth for building engineer things like AT guns or AA guns or ammo boxes or spawn points, or, you know, whatever you might need, right? So if you're going to play BR4 America, even at BR5, I think these guys are probably fairly playable. So they're worth looking at. The Mosquito for planes looks like it should be quite good. Obviously, I don't have it, but I think it looks like it's pretty good. Other than that, anything that you've seen me use, I usually think is worthwhile, unless I specifically say otherwise. Generally speaking, like I mentioned before, half-tracks are great. Now that you get the AT Soldier, the Suomi KP-31 squad actually looks really, really good. So these guys might be worth picking up. I might actually throw some gold at them since I already have enough. And then maybe we'll look at them. Same with the TZ-45s, because now they're going to get the AT Soldier. So if you're going to be playing at BR3 for Germany, these guys might also be worth looking at. Like, traditionally, I didn't recommend assaulters, but now that they've put this change through, a lot of the assaulters are suddenly much better looking than they were before. I still would stay away from most engineer squads because they're going to be 4-man squads and they're not going to get the add-on AT Soldier. But even some of these low BR assault squads suddenly have a lot more value. Like, they still carry the same caveats that they had before, that, like, these PPSH guys, they're going to be good, but you're probably going to outpace them eventually because they'll be a 6-man squad. You'll be able to make a tech tree squad that has 7 guys. So it'll really just come down to your personal preference. I like sniper squads as well for the same reason I like machine gun squads, because they're the only way to get 5 of a special weapon in a squad. So, for example, the belt-fed DP, it's an engineer, 4 machine gunners, and now you'll be able to add an AT Soldier on, which is quite nice. So for a 6-man squad, but 5 of those soldiers are all going to have machine guns. It actually provides a lot of value now for the Fedorov MG, and for the MG42 early squads, because both of them, you're going to be able to get 5 guys with machine guns. In this case, it's a Fedorov, so I actually think that the German equivalent is more worthwhile. You can't see them here, but I believe on the website, right here, the MG42 early squad, because what you're going to get with them is a squad with 2 engineers, 3 machine gunners, and now you'll be able to add on an AT soldier. So you already have extra depth for your engineer, so you can tell him to build something and run off. Or if your first engineer dies, you'll still be able to build extra things. But then you're also going to have the 6th guy with the machine gun, and you're going to have a 5-man squad of, or like 5 guys out of your 6-man squad with machine guns, which is great. Like comparing that to a normal machine gunner squad in the tech tree, your normal machine gunner squad is going to be a 7-man squad with 3 specialists, and let's just pick one. You guys, you're a 7-man squad. All right, so if we look at these guys, right, we have 3 machine guns, a rifleman, an engineer, a sniper, and an assaulter. If we take the MG42 earlies and throw them on, like, look at that. We have machine gun, machine gun, machine gun, machine gun, machine gun. And then we just put in one more AT soldier, and boom. There's no way to get this much firepower in the tech tree. Like, these squads are amazing. And you can do the exact same thing with the sniper squads. So, like, if I put the BR3 German premium snipers on, right? They're not going to be able to put on the add-on AT soldier. Because as you see, they don't have the upgrade. But it's still 5 guys with sniper rifles. So, they don't quite have as much value as the machine gunners now. I used to put them at the same tier. But there's still no other way to get 5 snipers in one squad. So something to look at. Beyond that, I would just say look for whatever tickles your fancy, whatever excites you, whatever you think is really cool. I mean, there's tons of cool things in the game. There's tons of cool things to, pick up. Even things like the AS-44 squad, I think suddenly have value again. Like, the AS-44 is in the tech tree, but you're going to be able to get 1 soldier short of a tech tree squad, and you're going to have premium bonuses, which means more XP, more silver. So if that's something that matters to you, like if you've hit BR5, like let's say you're like me, right? You've researched everything. But you're also like me in that I'm looking at the wrong nation to show this off. Let's say you haven't upgraded all of your guns, right? Like, let's say you have T20s and you need to upgrade them. You need silver to do that, right? It's still valuable at that point to have premium squads that you're running because they're bringing in more XP and they're bringing in more silver. So now that you're only 1 guy short of a tech tree squad, it makes a really compelling argument to continue bringing these premium squads, even though you have tech tree squads that on paper are potentially like 18%, 20%, whatever, more competitive. It's probably not enough practically to make a difference. So, just my 2 cents. If there's any squad in particular that any of you are curious about, I guess leave a comment on the video and ask about it, and I'll try to reply to you what I think of it if it's something that I have. If not, between all of the other tons of content creators out there for Enlisted, somebody's probably done a video on it that you can see how they perform. You can test drive just about everything in the game, and if that still doesn't give you the answer, there's the Gaijin forums, there's the subreddit, somebody has the answer for you if you're wondering how something performs. So, don't be afraid to reach out and ask. So, hopefully this sale finds you all doing well. Hopefully you get something that you like out of it. Hopefully the holidays are enjoyable for everybody. Hopefully if any of you have opened up a few loot boxes, you've gotten something nice out of it. So as per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.